Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve everything they desire in life, while others give up halfway? Are they simply luckier, smarter, or do they possess a secret that most of us don't know about? The book Willpower, Rediscovering the Greatest Human Strength by Baumeister and Tierney, is the map that helps you uncover that secret. It doesn't talk about impulsive motivation or fleeting inspiration. Instead, it dives into the true core of success, self-control. Through compelling scientific evidence and vivid real-life stories, the authors reveal that willpower isn't just some vague inner belief, but a real, measurable energy that functions like a muscle in the body. It can be trained, developed, and also depleted if we don't know how to use it wisely. If you ever blamed yourself for lacking persistence on a diet, for not staying committed to long-term goals, or for being easily tempted away from your chosen path, willpower will completely change the way you see yourself. Because sometimes you're not weak. You're simply using the wrong strategy to manage a limited resource. One of the book's most remarkable aspects is how it blends psychology and neuroscience to explain one of humanity's most powerful capacities. Baumeister, one of the leading researchers on self-regulation, demonstrates that willpower is tangible and measurable. And just like a muscle, every time you use it, it becomes a little tired. A famous experiment illustrates this. Two groups were placed in a room filled with the aroma of freshly baked cookies. One group was allowed to eat the cookies, while the other could only eat radishes. Later, both groups were asked to solve a difficult puzzle. The result? The radish group gave up much sooner. They had already used up much of their willpower resisting temptation. This shows that willpower is a finite energy source. When we spend it in one area, we have less left for another. So if you find yourself more irritable or quick to give up after a long day of decision-making, it's not a personal flaw. It's a sign of willpower fatigue. But here's the good news. Willpower can be strengthened. Just as working out builds muscle, consistent practice with small, disciplined actions, like maintaining good posture, exercising regularly, or refraining from a favorite treat, can boost overall self-control. One study found that people who exercise consistently not only become physically stronger, but also better at managing other behaviors. They eat healthier, work more efficiently, and are less easily distracted. The book also explores a fascinating link between willpower and glucose. Many believe that relaxation or indulgence restores willpower, but in truth, glucose is the key fuel for self-control. People with low blood sugar tend to lose focus, become irritable, and make poor decisions. Thus, a well-balanced diet that maintains stable energy levels may be one of the most practical ways to sustain long-term perseverance. Willpower also warns against setting conflicting goals. When we try to excel at both work and family simultaneously, but both demand the same energy source, stress and depletion are inevitable. Instead of juggling too much, the book encourages us to set clear, simple, and complementary goals so that our willpower is not spread too thin. Importantly, willpower isn't just for adults. The authors emphasize that in raising children, self-control is more crucial than self-esteem. Kids who learn discipline, emotional regulation, and goal-oriented behavior are far more likely to succeed than those who grow up on praise alone. Cultures that value structure and discipline, such as many Asian American families, provide fertile ground for developing strong willpower regardless of IQ. The book also addresses a sobering truth. Strong willpower doesn't always guarantee success in dieting. Human biology is wired for energy storage, so sometimes willpower must yield to survival instincts. The lesson here is, don't fight your body, understand it. Willpower can't triumph if you're working against nature. Finally, willpower offers a hopeful revelation. Self-control doesn't come solely from within. Faith in a higher power, social accountability, or belonging to a community, whether religious, social, or peer-based, can all reinforce discipline. When you believe someone is watching, or when you make your goals public, you gain extra strength to persist. Through scientific insights and real-world lessons, willpower delivers a powerful message. Willpower is not an inborn trait. It's a skill you can learn, train, and manage. We can't always rely on motivation or emotion. They fluctuate daily. But if you know how to conserve and build your willpower, you'll stay on course even to the toughest times. Remember, willpower is like a muscle. The more you train it properly, the stronger it gets. Willpower is finite. Prioritize and simplify your goals. Willpower needs nourishment through energy, sleep, and belief. Willpower thrives with allies, community, habits, and supportive tools. If you're looking for a book that not only helps you understand yourself, but also guides you to build discipline and control, Willpower is the perfect choice. It doesn't sugarcoat or preach. It offers a practical operating manual for one of humanity's most vital strengths, the will to live with purpose. Start today with one small act, one positive habit, one conscious choice. Every decision you master, no matter how small, silently forges your willpower, and that strength will ultimately carry you to heights you once thought impossible. We build willpower not to become superheroes, but to become the most grounded, self-directed version of ourselves. If you long for change, if you wish to understand how your mind truly works, so you can master your life, let willpower be your companion on that journey.